Guess what? I'm engaged! I'm a taken gal. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This one's going to be a bit different today. I'm doing a little story time, life update, I'm engaged video. So I'm going to tell you guys the little story behind it. I'm also going to share with you our plans, moving forward, what our ideas are, and just catch you up on what's been happening, because it has been a long while since I've done a video or a vlog just chatting with you guys. So sit down, grab a coffee, grab a snack, it's going to be a long one. So, story time. We got engaged on our 7-year anniversary. So I did have inklings that we were going to get engaged this year because we talked about it last year. He'd done a year abroad and we were wanting to settle down and just move on to the next stage of our relationship. So I wasn't sure when we were going to get engaged this year, but I knew we were going to get engaged this year. However, I had an idea as the year was progressing. Maybe he did want to propose on our anniversary, and I kind of had a bit of a back thought about it, but he did throw me off quite well, because a few months prior he was saying to me that he didn't feel like this year was the year to get engaged. He was saying that he thought next year would be better just because we just moved into state and we were settling in and we didn't want to plan a wedding and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm ready, I know you're ready. I don't want to wait a whole nother year to get engaged, so then wait and plan a wedding the following year. And I was so ready to progress. I'd really rooted myself in my faith with God, and I felt like it was the right step for us to take, because I have been uncomfortable living together prior to marriage, and I just wanted to be able to take that next step because it was something that I was feeling convicted by as well. That was also playing a part. Anywho, he was just throwing me off. Which I now know. But I did say the week leading up to our anniversary, because he was saying it more and more and more, and the conversation was coming up and I was questioning him on it. I was like to him, look, if you don't propose this year by the 31st of December, I was like, I'm gonna do it, because I know you're ready, I know we're both ready. I'm just so excited to take that next step. So it was an ultimatum, but not really. On our anniversary, the day of, he'd planned for us to get a photo shoot, like a couples shoot done, to update our couples photos, because we had a shoot done I think 5 or so years ago, but I was blonde with braces. And that's not a look that I'm going for currently. I wanted to have something that looked like me, brunette, no braces, and with him just like an updated thing. And I thought it was such a great idea for like an anniversary 7-year kind of thing, and that's why I originally had thought we were going to get engaged because of the shoot, but then he'd thrown me off the scent sort of thing. So we'd organised my brother's girlfriend, she's a photographer, a professional photographer, to take some photos by the beach near us, and it was just perfect. The day couldn't have asked for better weather. It was stunning, the sunset was gorgeous, we were on along the beach. There were a few other photo shoots going on as well for people with like families, pregnancy shoots. Like, it was just a perfect spot. And we're taking different photos. One of them we did like a piggyback ride, like, you know, just fun, playful kind of thing. And then another one, she'd asked us, and this was the big one, she'd asked us to do like a bear hug one. So Tristan was bear hugging me from behind and I was facing away, and she wanted it kind of like a run-in one, like run in, hug her, like just playful energy, that kind of thing. And he did it the first time and like bowled me over. And she's like, let's do that again. It wasn't quite right. So I'm waiting to be hit really hard again from behind, as he's going to come and wrap his arms around me. But it didn't come, and I'm waiting, and I'm just waiting. And then I hear him say my name. He's like, Meg. So I turn around and he's on one knee and he's proposing to me. And I immediately just burst into happy tears. It was so exciting. The thrill, the rush. I think I blacked out for a moment because as I'm crying and I'm so excited, he just kind of waiting there, and he's like, so will you? And I was like, yes, a million times yes. So it was perfect. It was the most perfect proposal I could have ever asked for. I always wanted something simple, not over the top, not a spectacle in front of hundreds of people. Like, it was just so quiet there as well. It was so private. It was beautiful. There wasn't many people around. There were a couple shoots going on, but it was so quiet. It was perfect. The perfect spot on our favourite beach. Like, oh, he's a good one. He's a keeper. So then he organised to do like a picnic afterwards. I said goodbye to my brother's girlfriend because she was heading back up to the Sunshine Coast. She'd come down just to do us a favour to do the shoot. She was such a doll. So we said goodbye. We had a little picnic on the beach. He'd brought like cheeses, crackers, the whole charcuterie board. It was perfect. And then we're going to walk around the headland to the restaurant we'd booked for the evening, which comes through the second surprise. So he'd organised for both of our immediate families to all fly up from Sydney for this day to meet us at dinner and surprise me. It was so beautiful. He and I both value family so much. Like, it's our top value under God, and oh, it couldn't have been more perfect to have them all there. As we're getting closer to the restaurant, he's like to me, do you think you'd be ready for another surprise? And I was just like looking at him going, huh? Like, that didn't really make any sense, particularly in context. And then he's like, alright, you're going first. And I was like, what do you mean going first to the restaurant? Like, we have to be seated. And I remember being like, no, I can't go in, like, they've got to wait to be seated. Anyway, I round the corner just to wait at the front, and everybody's there and they yell out, surprise, congratulations. And I just start crying again. And I'm just so overwhelmed that I get to share this day, this experience with everybody. Because originally we said, let's just keep it private and enjoy us two together tonight, and we'll tell everybody tomorrow. But I didn't even have to tell everybody. I got to share it with everybody, and it was so special. I'm so blessed. He is such an amazing man, and I have been so lucky to nab him up. So because our anniversary is on one of the long weekends, we got to spend the whole weekend with our family and just spend this like engagement bubble period just basking it. Which brings me to planning. So it's been about a couple of weeks now. I've enjoyed the engagement bubble, but I do understand that we need to book a venue to kind of lock in the date. We're looking at the same date as our engagement date, which was our anniversary. And we're looking for a venue that's outdoors, in nature. We both absolutely love nature. I feel like I connect to God so much in nature, spiritually. I have been thinking about the church that I go to as well, so we've got a lot of different options on the table, on the cards. We've looked at so many venues. So many. And my budget that I originally had planned, which was unrealistic, and I had no idea what I was thinking, I set $5,000 because I was like, I'll plan the whole thing myself. Honey, even if you plan the whole thing yourself, but you still want all your loved ones, it's not going to be $5,000. And I was just kidding myself, because I don't know anyone that owns a venue or has a beautiful property that I could use, because that's most of the cost, is like the venue. And then I'd have to organise catering, a marquee, you know, all these different things that you just don't think about, or I didn't think about until planning. So I've been looking at certain like venues around the Gold Coast, Brisbane area where we live, because we want to have our wedding up here. It's our new home and we just love it. So we're going to, when I say we're going to fly, all our loved ones will fly up and make a little holiday of it, hopefully. So that's the idea. Actually, we're looking at a venue today. It's our top venue, the one we love the most. It's in Brisbane, so we're very excited. We're going to go drive up today. It's like an hour and a half drive or so. So it is a bit of a drive, a bit of a trek. But we're going to go look at it, meet with the coordinator, have a little walk around, see what we think. It is a ceremony and reception venue, so that's what I wanted, because we're having a lot of people interstate. I'm not even sure they'll have cars or things, and I don't want them to taxi from place to place. So we did have that in mind, that we wanted our wedding to be in the same location, just to make it easier for everybody. So the ceremony and reception will be together, and this place has that. Plus the budget is fantastic. It includes everything we wanted, plus it's a reasonable price. We've budgeted now, our new more realistic budget is $15,000, and I feel like because we're having a small intimate wedding, Tristan and I much more prefer, like how do I even say that? Well, we prefer to have like a small intimate wedding, because we just love one-on-one connections with people. We're much more of that kind of personality. Don't want to be center of attention. It's never been my thing. Planning this is really getting me out of my comfort zone. But it's good, it's pushing me, and I have so many loved ones that I'm so grateful for. I've just had to be very prudent, I don't know, just very particular on who I'm inviting to keep the numbers down, because I want an intimate wedding and it's actually harder than it seems. I didn't think I knew that many people, but it's surprising. So what we've done immediate family and friends to keep the numbers around 40 to 50, and that means that we can actually go to this venue because it is a venue because it is a small wedding venue. So yeah, that is what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to take you along a little bit, show you around, give you a bit of an idea, and then I'm going to kind of chat to you guys on our thoughts afterwards. It is the first one that we're looking at in person. We have a couple others booked, but we do love this place and it's within our budget and it's just fantastic. Like, our number one things that we're prioritizing for our wedding is the people, the food. I don't want my guests to be hungry, so we're doing a buffet option, which is a bit more pricey but well worth it, people, well worth it. And then we want like a vibe, so we're probably going to get a DJ or a band or something. This place offers like you can just play your own music on a playlist. I remember them saying that, but I think we're swaying towards a DJ, so we're going to put money into that. Whereas I feel like when you're doing budgeting for your wedding, you put money into things that you really care about, and then you can let other things slide a bit more so that you've got more, I guess, a reasonably priced wedding. This is how I'm going about it anyway. So we're not doing florals. I've been to so many weddings where they pay thousands and thousands on just florals alone, and they're beautiful, but then they try and just give them away at the end, handing them out to guests, trying to just give them away left, right and centre, and I don't want that. It's not really ever been my thing. Plus our place is just, well, the place that we're going to have, that we're choosing to be in particular with the places that we've been looking at, is just full of nature. It's beautiful, and this place includes a few decorative pieces along the tables, on the ceiling and stuff, so I think we're just probably going to skip florals, save on money on that, put money to the DJ or the photographer or, you know, the venue, the food, all that kind of thing. I also don't care too much about my dress. I'm not spending thousands on it. No. I have set my budget for my dress as about $150 to $200, maybe $250, and that's it. Like, that's all I'm budgeting for, because I just don't, I'm not going to wear it once, I'm not going to design a dress, I don't care about that kind of thing. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go to some like bridal shops, try on some styles, and then go online. I have a few shops that I've gotten to just have a look at and buy off there instead. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I noticed if I did want to stick to the $5,000 budget, which was unrealistic in the first place, you'd have to like elope, and even then I feel like an elopement for $5,000 is a bit steep. Like, that's if you had it all organised and you had a couple of friends and it was tiny. And I thought, I did contemplate it for a second, but I thought, no, people are more important than money. So again, if you're still trying to budget for your wedding but you still want all your loved ones there, I think sometimes they're just gonna have to take precedent. Like, even me having to adjust another 10 grand from my unrealistic expectations has been a lot, but I've had to keep saying to myself, the people are more important. Like, that's what I want to remember, is sharing it with my loved ones. And I still want an intimate wedding, but I have everybody there that I really want there. So that's why I'm happy with the numbers of like 40 to 50. I touched on before, that I want to touch on again, that recently I've been more convicted to get married with my faith. I feel like since really accepting Jesus into my life again and following in the word, I've found I've been just feeling more convicted and more pushed to get married, because I mean, we're so ready for that stage anyway. We've been together 7 years and I'm so happy with him. He is my love and my one and only. I'm so blessed to have found that at such a young age as well. Our relationship has not been steady. It's been like rocky, but I think that's how we've built such a strong foundation. But I've even noticed how much God has transformed both our lives. Like, Tristan himself was not a faith-based man before, but since moving here and we've both started exploring our faith with God and accepting Jesus into our life, like, our relationship has become stronger as well. Our communication, just everything has been so much better. And I just feel, like I said, more convicted to take that next step. And I remember when I was younger, I actually wasn't interested in marriage. I felt like it was very commercialized. I felt like it had lost all spirituality to it. And I remember thinking it wasn't for me, like we weren't ever going to, particularly because it was expensive as well. And that was on my mind. But I don't know, my thoughts on it have definitely changed, and particularly this past year or two, centering God in our lives and wanting to keep him at the center and then keep his values at the center. I feel like that's going to head us it'll keep us in a good trajectory if we're keeping God at the center, our faith at the center, and everything else kind of functions around that, because it means that we're in servitude and we're giving to one another, and it's not a selfish, self-based relationship, which I think sometimes we can get caught up in very worldly views. And I mean, life just pulls you into self. It's all about us, and it really isn't. And I just want to give my life to God, and I feel like this is a great way of doing it, following in his word and taking our relationship to that next step. So yeah. Anywho, I have got to go and have a look at that wedding venue. So I'm going to take you guys along and we'll chit chat a little bit, maybe later, have a little debrief on what we think. So yeah, let's go. I'm back. So we just went and had a look at the venue, and it was definitely like our top pick from our 5 top picks. It was definitely our top one of the selection that we've picked so far for what we've been looking for and what we like, because of what it offered. And having a look today, like getting to see it in person, walk around the venue, chat to the coordinator, was so good. Got so much clarity around it. We got to ask all the questions. I had this massive list I had of basically catering questions and different bits and bobs around how the service would run, things like that, and I was able to just ask all of those, which was so good. The venue was stunning. Like, there was just trees everywhere. It borders like a national park, like I said, so it's just beautiful, just forest galore. I love it. Stunning is like exactly what we've been looking for. Had the perfect balance of like beauty but also a bit rustic and rugged. Oh, perfect. And because it is surrounded by the national park, it's private as well, which is really, really nice. Like, it's a nice little addition. So it's quite secluded, it's not loud or noisy, it's just very serene, very tranquil. One of the big pros to this place is that the catering is like completely taken care of. It's a very commercialized kitchen, so it's done many weddings in the past, and they could cater to all kinds of food options or allergies and all this kind of thing. Like, the actual options for the meals, like what we wanted with a buffet, but like the buffet options were just divine. They look so good, and I love that everything is taken care of at this venue as well, because one of the big things, or the top priorities for me and Tristan, is that we just want to enjoy the day. We don't want to try and liaise with all of these different vendors, organising all the things that need to come in, like furniture, tables, marquees, if we were to just organise it ourselves. I want it to be like taken care of, and so does he, just so that the day is just run smoothly in the background and we don't have to think too much. I'm already going to be doing my bridesmaids makeup as well as my own, because I am a makeup artist, and I thought it would be so special to be able to do that on the day. So that's something that I actually want to do, and I don't want to be trying or being distracted by a million other things going on that I have to be on the phone constantly to. I just want to be present, and so does he. So that's why I love this place as well, and that's why we did choose a venue that does organise a lot of the stuff for us rather than just doing it on our own. I think I already mentioned that, but I was mentioning that again in case. Like I mentioned before as well, the ceremony and the reception are in the same place, so that's just exactly what we wanted. We have a lot of family and friends coming in to stay, and they can just taxi in, stay at the one place, or like if they're driving, just drive, park. Like, there's heaps of parking, so it's just got everything. Like, I just feel like this whole place, this venue in particular, is so in flow to what we've been looking for. It's like got our name on it pretty much. They had the date that we wanted, the coordinator was lovely, it was relaxed, we just had easy and breezy kind of contact with them, whereas I found other venues take ages to respond, or they don't have the particular date that we were after. Not that it really matters, like we had a date in mind, but if we couldn't get the date, it wasn't like a make or break. but it's just been so in flow. I really feel like God's hand is on our wedding, just in how everything has unfolded. It's been so easy and breezy, and I haven't felt so stressed or, you know, run down or like nothing's working. Like it's just all flowed. It's been so good, and I feel so blessed that this has been so easy so far. So in saying that, we actually booked this venue. I'm pretty sure you probably guessed that by now, but yes, we actually booked it. We have a date. We have a venue. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. As soon as we were like signing the deposit, I just was feeling so elated, so on cloud nine, like just so happy. We have a place that is a big tick off the list. Just to be able to put a date in there, let everybody know now, like save the date. This is the date we've got in mind. There's an actual point, like we're gonna get married. Oh my goodness. It's all just coming together with ease, and I'm just so happy. So thankful as well, because I know these things can be so stressful. And it was stressful with the like crazy large amounts of money that you could be throwing into your wedding and things like that, and I thought, oh, we're gonna kind of be backed into a corner here, we're gonna have to spend a lot, but we got exactly what we wanted for such a reasonable price, and like everything we wanted actually. There's nothing that we've had to cut out so far, and we're already under budget, so it's so fantastic. Now I know some people will feel that we rushed our decision, but honestly that's fine. We couldn't be happier with the place. We didn't need to go and look at any other venues because this one, like I said, it ticked all our boxes. Everything that we wanted, it has. It's within our price range. It's also got the ceremony and reception in the one location, which was a big one. It's in nature, which we wanted, so and the catering options is what we wanted. We wanted to go with this place anyway. It was our top priority. It was our top pick from the selection that we'd kind of collated together. So we were like, yeah, let's go for it. It's got our date. Let's just lock it in. We don't need to look at any other venues. We love this one so much. So, oh my gosh, I still can't believe it. We have a date. So I did touch on before that we're going for a rustic kind of theme to our wedding, like a very naturesque, forest, evergreen, rustic vibe. I have been collating little mood boards here and there to kind of draw up a clearer idea or a clearer picture of what we're going for. The mood boards, like the photos I have selected so far, are a bit more ethereal. No, but they're definitely along the rustic line, shall we say. They're definitely rustic though, and I just love that idea of it being very simplistic, rustic. Like you've got the wooden tables. We are maybe looking at linen on the tables though as well, but then maybe not. Like, so we're still kind of getting a clearer picture on the decor side of things. But yeah, definitely going for a more rustic theme. But yeah, we have a venue. I'm going to be saying that all day today. I'm so stoked. We are so happy that it's exactly what we wanted. We haven't had to compromise on anything so far. I feel like it's just all flowed. Like I said, God has his hand on this, and I feel so blessed. I couldn't be more happy. Anyways, I'm actually gonna have to head to the gym. I'll bring you guys along. It's been a little bit since I've actually filmed a gym workout for you guys, and yeah, I can just bring you along, have a little casual chit chat while we work out together. And then I might go to the beach later. I've been so tired because I've been working crazy hours lately that I just need some time to like perch just by the beach and think of nothing and do nothing and just lie down and soak up some rays. I'm going to try and prioritize some more rest and recuperation into my routine. Now that I've switched over contracts at work, I actually have some time to breathe again, and I'm not working every day crazy hours kind of thing. Because funnily enough, I actually moved to the Gold Coast to have more of a work-life balance, and I feel like I've slipped back into old ways and just it's all work again. And I've allowed that. I haven't put my foot in the sand and just drawn a line. So I'm trying to do that now moving forward and prioritize work-life balance, not just work. Anywho, let's head to the gym together, let's work out, let's get some of this pent up energy out, and then we can go and chill. So I'm doing a lower body session today. Starting off with a nice compound movement. I'm doing some rack squats. I'm doing 3 sets today of around 8 to 10 reps. Aiming for 10 because this isn't the heaviest I can go, so I'm kind of warming into it. Oh yeah! Slow tempo. 9. Last one. 10. That was really good. That was not bad at all. So I actually might up the weight and put an extra 5 on it to make it 20 on each side because 15 was quite comfortable. Really happy with that. Keeping the tempo slow on the way down. Really push through the heels, squeezing and activating those glutes. I'm also pausing when I get to the bottom so that when I'm pushing up it's maximum effort. So you'll really feel it when you do the tempo nice and slow. Alright, let's add some weight. Alrighty, 20 kilos either side. Let's go into our next set. Keep my core tight. Keeping form strong. One more. Oh, felt those ones. And form wasn't fabulous on that set. The 20 kgs, because they are just slightly heavier, like they're just slightly past, I guess, what my max push is. I probably should have just upped it 2.5 on each side as opposed to 5, but we're here now. I just have to make sure my form is good, otherwise I will get a lower back injury or at least lower back pain. So form is something I'm still working on, as well as finding that happy medium between increasing weight in my exercises but not losing out on form. Okay guys, next exercise we're doing for our lower body sesh is an isolation one. I'm doing 3 exercises a day. I did my compound. I'm going to finish off on 2 exercises, isolation exercises, and this is one of them. I love these. I love leg extensions because they just focus and hone in on the quads, and I want thick juicy thighs, so this is going to help me with that. Again, I've said this in so many videos, I'm just going to reiterate it anyways for those that are new, that I know a lot of people get a lot of knee pain with leg extensions because of the strain and the focus putting on the knees. I always say don't go too heavy, and also if you do have, you're prone to knee injuries or you do have weaker knees or you've injured your knees in some way, don't do this exercise. I recommend cyclist squats or elevated heel squats because they focus on the quads a bit more. They aren't an isolation movement, but they do focus on the quads more. So that's an option for you. Anyway, I'm going to get into this. I'm doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Heavy. Oh, I can go heavier. Slow tempo, stay in the burn. 1 down, 1 set down. With these also, don't hyperextend your knees because again, put too much focus or pressure on the knees. I bring them up till there's a slight little bend. My knees aren't quite locked. That just helps me. So keep that in mind if that applies to you and you get sore knees. Little break and then let's go back into it. I'm going to up the weight slightly. Making sure to keep my core strong, and as I'm bringing them up, I'm pausing for a second, holding and then slowly releasing, driving back up again, hold and slowly release. Stay in the burn, stay in the tension, make those muscles work hard. Stay in the burn. Two more. Oh, good burn, I gotta keep telling myself. Sorry, I have to keep cutting a lot of my workouts short now, guys, in my workout videos. I keep getting copyrighted every time I'm not talking in a clip and I'm just doing the movement because of the background music. And I try and cut it in a way that it chops the music up enough that it won't get copyrighted, but sometimes I get copyrighted, so I'm not able to show you as much of my workouts as I used to. But if you guys sign up to my Patreon, I put the full workout in there, so you can see the whole set, all the reps, everything like that in my videos. So check out my Patreon if you want longer workout videos, because I post a video once a month. It's a special workout just for my Patreon subscribers, and it's a full long workout. So check it out if you're curious, or you'd like to see more longer style videos, because YouTube's just not allowing me to do the full length in the sets because of copyright. So yeah, so after the next exercise I'm going to head home and look at doing save the date invitation. I can't believe I get to say that for my wedding. Still can't believe it's so surreal. Tristan's really keen on sending out the save the dates at the moment, just so that everyone knows the date, can keep it in mind, and then we'll do proper invitations a bit later. I do feel like a whole weight has been lifted now that we've booked in our venue. Like that was a massive thing sitting on my mind, just to find a venue that we like, that's affordable, within our budget, that has a lot incorporated in the package, so it's got a lot of value. It ticks all the boxes. I'm just so stoked. So happy. Okay, just gonna do my final set. Breathe. 8, 9, 3 more. Come on. 11, 12. Oh my god. Good morning, guys. It is another day. I actually didn't end up getting to the beach a few days ago when I filmed the rest of this vlog, so I decided to get up early before work and just have some me time, just relaxing by the beach, reading my Bible. It is a glorious, glorious day. It's meant to rain tomorrow, so I was like, I'm going to sneak this in before the rain. I've definitely needed some time to just rest and recuperate. I've been running like on empty for quite a while now, and I told you guys, like, I moved here with the intention to have more like of a rest, like work-life balance, and that just hasn't happened. So I'm going to be more intentional. It is glorious. The water is so blue today. I'm just going to enjoy my morning, take it slow and take it easy, and then we're going to head into work a bit later. But my goal this week and moving forward is to just try and have some more like rest and relaxation time. We have gotten a little bit further in our wedding planning, but I might share that more in another video if you guys are interested. I might keep you updated as I go along. I'm really enjoying it. Tristan's so involved. I'm so lucky. He's just so wonderful. So it's been absolutely fantastic, and he's really been helpful because I get a bit overwhelmed sometimes with the sheer amount that we need to plan. But it's good. It's a good thing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going to finish reading my Bible, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my morning. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.